Okay, so today we're gonna go over your fighting stance and just basic defense. And there's so many different parts of defense. There's attacking defense, there's like blocking and countering, there's timing defense, evasive defense, and just straight up blocking. So today we're just gonna go through the basic one, just learning how to block. So first, you have to get in a good position. Front leg forward, back leg back, slight bend in the knees, eyes forward, and both hands are up. When we're first learning karate, we always say that our front hand is our main blocker and our back hand is our main puncher. But you can punch with your front hand and you can block with your back hand. But just to keep it simple for now, front hand will be our blocker and back hand, we're just gonna keep it across our body here. So if we really needed to, we can block as well like this. Okay, so first block we're gonna do, we're just gonna bring our front hand across like this. This basically protects any technique that's coming straight towards us here. And if there's a kick that's coming from this direction, we can also cover it like this as well. So for me, I always want to keep my elbows inside. That way I'm not overexposing and I'm able to cover a lot more area this way. Versus my elbows flare up and I try to block, there's my whole side exposed here. Okay, so make sure elbow stays under. We just come across, come back, come across, and come back. Don't overblock, because again, you're going to leave this whole side open. It's about covering enough that if the technique was coming through, it would go past me without overextending. Now, if something comes this way, I can just bring my arm up and go to the outside. So I'm going to block this way. First, 1, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back. Okay, and this side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And if something were to come more close, yes, I could cover this way, I could cover this way, but just to keep it very basic for now, this will basically get you covered for the first bit. If something is coming to my stomach area, I have two options. One, I can basically do an uchi-uke, so that I use my arm to push the technique and deflect it off to the side over here. Or I can do more of a swooping motion where I drop and I push it to the outside here. So I'm gonna do 5 of each just so you can see. So first time I'm gonna push out to the side here. 1, back up. 2, back up. 3, back up. 4, back up. 5. Good, now try the other side. Keep your elbow here and you're just gonna rotate it. 1, back up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. So one of the key points about defense is you have to have very good focus and reaction time. Because even if you can see the technique coming, if you're not focused and if your reaction time is a little slow, you still might not be able to block. So you have to be fast and very attentive. Second, after you do a block, you can't just leave it here. You have to reset very fast. Especially if I'm blocking lower. So if I block lower and the technique is here, yes, I've blocked the technique, but now I have this big target right here. So I have to get back up and protect myself right away. So always when you're blocking, block, reset. Block, reset. Block, reset. Cover, always reset very fast. Okay? Last one, I touched on this already, but you do not want to overexpose yourself. You want to keep everything nice and tight. Elbows inside. Block, come back. Block, come back. Block, come back. Block, come back. Always reset very fast. If you want to practice this one at home, get your mom or your dad, or probably just your mom or dad. Don't use your siblings for this one, and just tell them to try and just touch and see if you can block and come back. Block and come back. Block, come back. Block. And just make a game out of it. It's super fun. And just a tip for any type of defense you're doing, it really helps if you are focused and you're reading your opponent well. So you're looking right at their face and a little bit their shoulders for any tell that they're doing to indicate that they're about to attack. So sometimes people before they attack, they scrunch their face up a little bit, or they will move their shoulder first to show that their punch is coming, or they'll do an extra drop right before they attack. When you're experienced, you can look and you can tell when someone's going to attack even before they throw it. Having that knowledge and that info is very helpful for planning your own type of defense. So if you're not prepared, you can probably just get by and defend, but if you're very focused in your experience, you can look at your opponent and you can read them and know when they're going to attack. It's very, very helpful for planning your own type of defense, okay? So make sure your focus is strong and you're always studying your opponent, okay? Good job. One final reminder for defense. It's common for beginners especially who are not used to doing this type of training, that when a technique is thrown to them, they'll block but they'll shut their eyes at the same time. It's just a normal reaction that people have. You gotta train yourself to keep your eyes open so that you don't get overwhelmed and eventually shut your eyes and shut down and then technique is landed on you. So always train yourself, keep your eyes forward and open, even if many techniques are being thrown at you at once, okay? Keep those eyes open, stay focused.